NSC Fan TV. I'm here with Jason, and this is a before. We'll also have an after. We'll have a second half to this video with after. It's pushing 9:30 here in Nashville. Staying up late for the game with Portland. What are your expectations?
I mean, it's going to be a tough game. It's always tough to go play in Portland. I hate to say that I would be happy with a draw, but I think I would be happy with a draw tonight.
Portland seems to be good at drawing too. So like these are two teams with sort of long histories of draws. Portland had a dramatic draw away at Minnesota.
I think so.
Like 100 goals it looked like. So yeah, a draw at Portland would be okay. They wouldn't gain on us in the race, and we would keep in the race for the playoffs. We would keep pace ahead of them. That would be a good turn. They're missing Chara,
I think so,
and Asprilla, I think, for yellows.
Right.
And unfortunately, Sebastian Blanco seems to be just fine.
I know, unfortunately.
So, have you got a prediction? Hope for draw.
Yeah.
Prediction.
I would say maybe 1-1 with a goal from Hani.
Goal from Hani. Any other moment in the game that you're looking to see, expecting to see?
Kind of want to see what Shaq Moore does. You know,
we want to see something from Shaq
Moore.
Moore.
He played pretty well in the last game, I thought.
Yeah, I thought that it was 65 some minutes that we saw from him, and that was all pretty positive.
Yeah, hopefully by the time Toronto gets in, he could at least do 80 to 90. Hopefully.
That would be great. Okay, well we'll see what happens. I'll get back with you after the game.
All right, see you then.
All right. NSC Fan TV, I'm here with Jason. After the tie. Jason, what was your prediction?
It was 1-1. Even though I had the goal scorer wrong, though.
You had the goal scorer wrong, but you were right about the numbers. And so, I'm going to give you full credit on that. Partly because of the fact that, being able to predict the tie away, despite the fact that these are the two tie-inest teams.
Yeah.
This is
a typical result for NSC too.
Typical result for us, and not. I mean, Portland will tie, but tie 4-4 and insane scores like that. So some questions about the game. So we were sitting together. We had a number of conversations. One about I'm going to ask you about the pens and things like that. Hold on that. I'm going to ask you about the lineup. What did you think about the lineup?
It was a little weird since we didn't have a true striker playing today.
No true striker.
Until CJ came. Yeah, but starting out, we did not.
Yeah. So we played two in the front, but it was effectively like a winger in a striker position. Though I will say, am I right? Would you agree with this? Do you think that Bunbury played admirably as a striker tonight?
I think he did pretty well tonight.
It's a good forward.
Yeah.
Good forward play from Bunbury tonight. He did some hold-up stuff. Not quite the hold-up play that Sapong can play.
Yeah.
Did some good hold-up stuff. Did Hani even play forward tonight?
I wouldn't say so. He needs to stay in the midfield. That's his natural position. That's where he feels most comfortable at, I think.
So you and I are in agreement on that one. Okay, so what do you think about a midfield?
I think it was decent tonight.
Decent tonight. Excuse me for a moment. It was decent tonight? What was decent about it?
I don't know. I just thought we did decent, not great, not terrible.
So a lot of their build-up play came kind of down the middle.
Yeah.
That was the problem, by my estimate, is that despite the fact they had Brian Anoga, who is a tackling machine.
Yeah.
A lot of their build-up play came down the middle. That was frustrating to me, given the fact that the investment that we see with 27 is a tackling machine in the middle of the field.
Right.
So, hopeful things that we saw from the back.
Shaq Moore, it looks like he's adjusting pretty well. I think he's getting better each game, and hopefully down the stretch he could be help us get us that playoff bump.
Help us get us that playoff bump. So, one part of the playoff bump is calls going for us.
Yeah, which is terrible tonight.
Were they pens?
The
Mukhtar case.
Mukhtar, definitely, I think that's a penalty. Like,
and not a yellow for. But he even did the referee even did this.
yeah, I mean, I don't know why you don't at least check VAR on that.
Weird. So, second question, the Bunbury case.
I don't know. I think you have more of a case with
The Mukhtar case?
but the Bunbury, like, I think you should at least check VAR on that.
Why did it? Like in neither case did he even go look.
Right.
In neither case
none
there
of
was
them
even
did.
a look. There was not
Yeah.
even a look. There was not even a second question. There was not even.
Mukhtar's
maybe
more
we should
obvious.
Think about this.
But Bunbury, yeah. Because me watching that, like, okay, the Portland player is like stopping him from a goal scoring opportunity.
Colliding into it. Yes. So we are still above the playoff line.
Barely.
Yeah, it's like a. But this is the thing with isn't this the thing with the Westerns? Like we've got the top two.
Yeah, it's very.
And then from 3 to about 8 or 9.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-point race.
So here's the thing: we need to start getting 3
help.
points.
We need
because I don't want this going down to decision day where you have to get a result.
Well, I know why we don't want it to go down to a decision day. You know why?
LAFC's
because we have to play at
away.
LAFC. Now they may not need a point on decision day,
right? Which they might rest a lot of their guys that day because they're going to have such a big gap.
Yeah, they might play all of their second stringers that day, and so that may be a bonus day for us.
Right, but you don't want to go into that needing them.
Or they might be saying, you know what? Maybe we're chasing New England's record.
Yeah, or
for points for the community or the supporter shield.
Supporter shield, yeah, because like Philadelphia is getting a lot of points now, and they're kind of catching up at this point for that race.
So that's the possibility, but I don't like the idea of us needing on decision day a win or a tie or anything positive at LAFC.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, that's just saying, hey, we want to get to the playoffs, but after we get to the playoffs, who knows what the hell happens?
Yeah, because the way it's looking now, like we're probably not hosting at home this year.
Yeah. That's not
very frustrating.
So, one last frustration about hosting at home. We're going to switch things up a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the Open Cup. So we were on. Had we won out, we would have hosted.
Yeah.
Do you know who's hosting?
Orlando
against Sacramento.
Which I hope Sacramento wins that fucking game. We got Matt LaGrassa too.
Matt LaGrassa playing in that game. So, are you feeling some frustration about that? About the refereeing that happened in the Orlando game?
Definitely.
Is it more poignant now, or was it more poignant on the day of?
It's still very poignant. Like, it hasn't changed since that day. Like, it was bad that night, and I think it's worse than the game we had tonight. Actually, still.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible. Yeah,
the guy shouldn't ref again ever.
So, last question. Predictions about Toronto.
I mean, we're pretty much playing a Serie A team, right?
A lot of Italians out there, friends. Defenso.
I mean, they're not really that high in the standings right now, are they?
No, they're not doing well.
But
who knows what Lorenzo Insigne does to a team?
Right. I mean, I'm probably the way things are going. I'm probably going to still say a draw for that.
1-1 draw.
Probably
2-2. So
probably
AJ had
1-1.
2-2. Okay.
Probably 1-1.
Okay. All right. We heard it here. You and I will have a download soon. NSC Fan TV.